So I'm on the edge with GROK right now because sometimes it's really good, sometimes it sucks. I really wish it was better um, because right now I am assigning it a task to fix a bug and I had to fix it myself, which is not great. For example, I'm going to tell it to use my Docker AI model. So this is working right now. As you guys can see, here's the transcript from YouTube. It's a crypto video. I asked a question today on my Twitter. Are we on a bull market or are we in a Bitcoin bear market right now? The poll says 68% of people think we're in a bull market, 32% people think we're. So it did work. It did fetch it from the API. When I tell it to use Docker Manager, which in this case it's more like Janus API in Docker Manager, it does break the code and it stops working. It stops getting the YouTube videos instead of fixing it, which is pretty sad because thinking that this thing charges around $6 an hour. Not fun. Uh, when you are starting and you don't have big money, and it's almost impossible to do a startup with your nails because that's all you got. So I'm gonna do this again. Um, how can okay? Let's think about the question for a while. Let's see if it does it properly. Let's plan first and see if it plans properly and does it properly. So here we are in plan mode, and I'm saying I need you to please activate the Janus API in the Docker Manager.py and inference the model for summarizing the YouTube transcripts in Summarize YouTube. So what's happening is that last time we did this, it broke. It really did not work. So I think that I'm going to put it in plan mode and see if it actually works now because this is money hungry. It charges a lot compared to DeepSeek, but it's just not that great. It is faster though, but it's very happy to say the task is complete when it's not. It's very happy to cause more bugs and stuff. So is AI replacing developers anytime soon? Maybe not. So to activate the Janus API in Docker Manager.py and to modify summarize YouTube.py for using the transcription, I'll need to gather more information. Read and analyze files. I will use the read file tool. Okay. Identify Janus API activation. After reading Docker Manager.py, I'll look for sections related to API activation, specifically for the Janus API. Modify summarization logic. I'll identify the current method for processing YouTube transcripts. I'll then plan how to integrate or modify this to use Janus API for summarization. Understanding, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, proceed. So, going to put this into act mode and it should do it. I really wish I had AI agents right now because this just takes forever. Um, Building stuff with AI, local AI that you can deploy on servers, takes a lot of time. It is, especially when you go into a version mismatch of the packages and stuff, it's hell. So let's see. There you guys can see it's like frozen in time, still working. I mean, it's doing something that's really hard, so you gotta give credit what credit's due. And probably figuring out where the Google API is and where it should put the new API. It's probably thinking about it. I'm gonna run it right now. Oh no, hang on. Okay. So we just spent 50 cents and it's having indentation issues. Meanwhile, the other model, the DeepSeek model, is slow as hell. You barely spend $1 in an entire day, but it does a really good job. It really works. When it does its thing, it really gets it done. So it's trying to debug right now. And as you guys can see, remove the Gen AI import at the top, but it's still being referenced in the Gemini. So it's like it forgot to do exactly what I told it to do, to remove the old stuff and use the new API. That's kind of weird, right? So that's my Janus API, my fast API that has Janus inside. It's downloading the model. It takes freaking forever sometimes, which I wish it stayed in memory so we didn't have to re-download the stupid thing over and over again. So proceed while running. Hopefully it will understand that it's downloading stuff, which next time I build one of these, I'm gonna put the model in memory because I think it's stupid to have okay, so it says that there's already a container running, so that explains why. Can we just use the one that's already running instead of re-downloading everything again? Yeah, that sounds right. Update the script. Summarize text. We'll add a check in the summarize text function to see if the Janus API container is already running. That's what we need, my friend. Exactly. Go on, go wild. So we're already spending $1. Let's see if it's worth $1. Because, like I said, DeepSeek does it for less than $1 a day, and it is really darn good. But yeah. Sometimes GROK just doesn't cut it. Okay, now I need to modify summarize youtube.py to use the updated Docker Manager functionality. Yep, instead of activating the container, you can just check if one exists. If it doesn't, then use the one that already exists or create a new one. So it's doing its thing. That's what I'm talking about, guys. That's what I don't like about GROK. It says that it works, but it hasn't tested it. How do you know it works if you haven't tested it? Huh? Right? So I'm gonna skip this dumb thing. Hate when the breakpoints stay in the weirdest location. Okay. That's okay, blah blah blah. So I want to be over here. I want to see what's going on over here. At least it didn't break the API anymore. That's great. It's like you really need to handhold this thing a lot because it's just not there yet. It's just not there yet. I'm using GROK latest version. If you guys don't believe me, I can show you. And it's just not there yet. It's not an AI agent. It just can't do on its own what a human could. It does work a lot faster, does make me be hell of a lot more productive. Can't live without this thing, hell yeah. But can it work on its own? Nope, that's not there yet. Root failed, check health. Error root failed, check health. It failed to resolve Janus API. So this is where we gotta put our breakpoint. Right inside of this guy. That sounds really bad. Go to the declarable definition and retry delay for attempt, activate Docker image. It's not doing the API call properly. Bullet points. No. That's why it's failing. Because it's hallucinating that this is the format that we need, which is totally not the format. So I'm gonna pause the video. I'm gonna end this video right here. Hope it's of value for you guys, so you guys can see the difference between GROK, DeepSeek, and making this AI YouTube script generator.